Having a massive shop overhaul. Hiya and welcome to another studio vlog. If you are coming back having watched previous videos, then thanks for coming back. But if you're new to the channel, then my name is Kerri-Ann and I'm the owner of Imagine Design Create Limited. And under my limited company are a range of trading names such as Betty's Books, Devon Art Supplies, Artanddesignbykb. So what I do is anything creative and book based, and I, in the studio vlogs, just share with you what happens during my day. So this is the start of another studio vlog, and in this one I've got lots of different things planned. So you'll get to come along with me throughout the week and just see the sorts of things that I get up to, running a physical bricks and mortar high street shop on a day-to-day basis, but also running various online businesses too. So it's obviously very, very hectic running a number of different businesses, but I just bring you along in the studio vlogs and let you have a little look at the sorts of things I get up to. So let's get on with the day. So today I have been doing quite a lot of work on Art and Design by KB, trying to get things back up and running properly, having taken a break in previous years. So in 2021, 2022, I sort of gave up about a little bit on myself in terms of my art side of the business. Obviously the shop, I was still coming in day to day, running it as usual. I just fell out of love with creating for a little while, so I didn't create any new products or new artwork for a little while, but I'm getting back into that, as you probably noticed if you've watched my other studio vlogs. And so today I was printing some orders, which was really lovely. I love it when orders come through and I get to sort of print them, package them up. It's just such great fun. So you may have seen that I had some A4 art print orders, and I'm learning how to package things a little bit more so that they coordinate with the packaging. So I've redesigned my logo this year. If you head back to studio vlog number 1, you'll get to see sort of the process of how I've rebranded myself this year in terms of the Art and Design by KB side of things. And I've given myself more of a colour palette, which is kind of the colour palette you can see here. So in one of the previous studio vlogs, you'll also see where I redecorated this little office. I'm still doing it at the moment though, it hasn't finished. I've still got so much more I need to do. And you see these boxes here, they're still empty because I have not done my cupboard of doom yet. And again, if you don't know what I mean by the cupboard of doom, head back to my previous studio vlogs and I'll talk all about it in those. But gradually I need to get through that and bring back out all of the bits and pieces that I need to be running the business a bit smoother than going, oh my gosh, where's that? Probably in the cupboard of doom. One of the things I'm questioning is whether or not to get everything onto my Etsy. I'm tempted to just put selected collections on Etsy because Etsy's never worked as well as my website for me, probably because I just don't focus on it enough. I've always had the shop, the physical shop to focus on and my own website, so Etsy has never had my full attention, although going on what others do, it's obviously one of their main outlets, it's their main area for sales, but it was never working for me the way it did other people, and I think that's because I don't know the system as well. I don't know how to bring in as much traffic onto the Etsy, and because obviously I've never relied 100% on online sales, I've obviously always had the physical shop as well. I suppose I'm not spending as much time as others on the marketing side of things for online, but I really want to do more of that this year. I'd love to hire someone this year who is tech savvy and can sort of get the business properly online and have much more of a presence online, but trying to find someone in that field in the area that I live in, Seaton in Devon, is quite difficult. There's not as many people looking for that sort of employment. Digital marketing and that sort of thing isn't really something that you would find jobs for in this area, so I suppose there's not anyone qualified with those skills looking for a job down here by the seaside. Although if I could find someone that had those skills in terms of digital marketing, in terms of online marketing, then I would definitely be looking to hire someone. So if you know of someone who's in the Seaton Devon area and who's looking for either a part-time or full-time job working on sort of online presence building for businesses and companies, then let me know, because obviously I'm looking. Running a high street shop in 2023 is so hit and miss. It's so strange. I have now had my shop here in Seaton since 2014, and prior to that I had shopped in Taunton in Somerset. And I tell you what, since the pandemic, it's been totally different. It's like a totally different world, and there's just no pattern, no rhyme or reason to when we see customers and when we don't. So the rest of this week, Monday through Thursday, was actually really busy, and it's February, the beginning of February. and it was unusual for it to be that busy, in all honesty. It's usually sort of mid-February to the end of February things start picking up ready for the spring, and half term for most of the schools here in East Devon is next week. So you do start to see it start to get a little bit busier as of half term, and the families go to the seaside. Obviously we're right by the beach. So yeah, the earlier days were slightly busier than usual. But then you have a day like today, which is Friday the 10th of February, and there's no one. There's been no one all day long. And I say all day long, it's only 20 past 12, but that's a long time to have no customers come in. And it really does sort of kick in that if I had staff to pay, you're talking, what is it now, £12 an hour for staff or something like that? If I had staff to pay plus the overheads, you need to be taking profit-wise a minimum of about £35 an hour profit to be able to keep the shop running. Now that's just insane when, since I opened at 10 o'clock, we've made nothing. It's so strange. I mean, I'm lucky because obviously I have the online side of the business. I do a lot of freelance work, artwork and things sell online, as well as the products sell online. So I'm lucky in that I've got that as well as the high street shop. But then some days you will have a day where it's absolutely fantastically busy, you make really good amount of sales in the shop, and online's really, really quiet. So it's just no rhyme or reason to it. And the other thing is you just can't rely on any guarantee. So you've got no guarantee of income running a shop like this. You've got no guarantee that you're going to earn yourself a salary by the end of the month, or that you're going to even earn enough to pay the bills. It's so uncertain, and it's actually really stress inducing. But I've always loved being my own boss. I've always loved what I do and the freedom that I have. So I don't think I'd ever change anything. It's just, there's a lot I think people don't understand when it comes to running a shop like this, especially a non-essentials high street shop. So arts and crafts, books, and art, and things like that. So yeah, it's been a strange old day, but I'm gonna go make a coffee and see what jobs I can busy myself with to get myself out of this strange slump that I seem to be in. So I haven't filmed as much as I'd like to so far this week. It's already Friday the 10th of February, and you probably have noticed that a lot of the content that I have been sharing with you this week has been related to the shop at 30 Queen Street, so Betty's Books and Devon Art Supplies. So I haven't been showing as much as I would have liked to on the sort of studio side of things, and the main reason for that is because I'm having a massive shop overhaul. So I have got some before footage which I'll share with you now. And then this is some during footage. And I will share with you once I have it, the new look for the shop. So what I really wanted to do this year was have 3 aisles instead of 2 in the shop, and it took a lot of research and thought process and measuring and moving and just organising and trying to really puzzle out if there was a way that I could have 3 aisles in the shop, which would mean a whole new row which could be filled with stock. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to put in the stock. Wasn't sure what it was I was going to be adding to the shop, if that makes sense, but I just knew that I wanted to offer more. So I had sort of planning in rough notes and things. So I was thinking along the lines of whether it could be that I put pieces of my artwork with the sort of art supplies that I use to make it around it, as a sort of, this is the sort of thing you could create and these are the products you need. I could potentially look at using tables instead of tool unit, and that would open up the opportunity for me to start running art lessons in store again. If you followed my journey, you'll know that here in Seaton in Devon, going back to 2014 when I first moved here, I used to run art lessons and workshops and craft parties and all sorts, and I loved it. But things changed and I sort of took away the tables and I wasn't teaching, and I haven't taught here in the shop now for at least 2 years. So, well, I think maybe 1.5, but I just haven't been teaching for a long time. A lot of students have come to me, and my old students, and also some other people who have seen my work and asked if I could do one-to-one lessons with them again. And a lot of people have been asking, when am I going to restart doing the sessions again? And in all honesty, I wasn't sure if I was mentally in the right place to run lessons and things again, so I haven't really rushed into creating a space for that, although that was kind of in the back of my mind when designing this sort of 3R system, because I was thinking that if I maybe used tables alongside a couple of sort of units, then it would open up that option for me, because I can still use the tables when I'm not running art lessons and workshops. I can use that for display. But then it would give me that opportunity to potentially run them again in the future. So yeah, I will share with you what I've ended up buying, and it's kind of going along the lines of creating a sort of more aesthetic space, a space that when I walk around I feel calm, I feel creative, and I like to be there, if that makes sense. So I want people to walk in and feel like it's a really nice space, a space that's taken care of and has been really thought about. And for me, when I'm here full time, I want to like being here. I want to feel like it's the best it can possibly be in the shop. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and that's why the content on the studio vlog has been a lot more leaning towards the shop side of things and running the shop, as opposed to the online side of the business. But that's what my focus is going to be. As soon as I've got that middle aisle built and all of the new product and stock and displays set up and everything, then I'll go and focus for a couple of weeks on the online side of things. Everything that's available is still on my main website, so you can access that via artanddesignbykb.co.uk, or you can go straight over to devonartsupplies.co.uk and just look for the KB icon. So all of my originals are on there, my pin badges, my bookmarks, my art prints, everything is on there, and always is. But on Etsy, it's kind of about knowing, it's a very different game on Etsy to reach people, to make sales, and it's much more expensive. My website is just one annual cost, and then everything else I do myself. So I build the website, I design the website, I edit the website, I upload products, all of it I've always done by myself. And I've worked with Create.net as a website host for absolutely years, so I kind of know the system now, and yeah, I've been really pleased with how it works on Create.net, and I find it really easy to use. So in terms of sales, I've always really focused on there because I can have everything on there. So the Betty's Books is on there, Devon Art Supplies is on there, Imagine Design Create products are on there, and Art and Design by KB products are all on there on one place. And also it means that if you want to pick up some art supplies for yourself, but you'd also like to support me and buy some of my greetings cards or a couple of pin badges, you can do that all under one roof using the website. Whereas with Etsy, obviously it's much more focused, so there's 2 separate shops: Imagine Design Create 2, which is the Imagine Design Create products, the stamps and stencils, and then you've got Art and Design by KB, which is all of my art and design and products and things like that. So yeah, it's kind of a case of probably not next week, but the couple of weeks after, towards the end of February, really getting the ball rolling with the Etsy shop, and hopefully launching it by the end of February. Hiya! So it is now Tuesday the 14th of February, Valentine's Day, and I thought I'd just quickly come on and end this vlog here. I'm really in a good mood because it's the end of the day on Tuesday the 14th of February. The shop has been really busy and it's been absolutely fantastic to have lots of people in. It is half term here down in Devon, so I'm wondering if half term had something to do with it. Anyway, it was busy, it was fantastic, so I'm really happy. Another thing that I found out today that has made me extremely happy is that my printer prints on 300 GSM card, which is actually really thick and really solid, and so I have been printing. So this is one of my designs that I'm turning into bookmarks, and I wanted to be able to print the designs by myself in-house and cut them in-house for all of the new designs first, see how they then go, see if that design is liked by people, see if the bookmarks are popular in those particular designs. If I then think actually they're going so fast that I can't keep up, what I would do is I would look at then getting them outsourced and printed in the sort of the thousands rather than doing it in-house. So I'm kind of keeping the sizes similar. The GSM maximum I can fit in my printer I've just found out is 300 GSM, which I'm really pleased with, but when I outsource bookmarks it's about 400 GSM for them. The sizes are almost the same. I can obviously round corners if I want to, so I can do the option of rounded corners or squared, but then I can do that when I outsource anyway. I can cut the corners and round them myself when they get in. So yeah, it's just a really great thing that I've now learned that I can use 300 GSM. I was using a maximum of 210 GSM, which I wasn't really happy with how that made my backing cards for pin badges and things like that, and I didn't want to have to outsource backing cards for pin badges because I just don't sell the quantities yet. I'm not selling in the thousands that I would need to be to make it worthwhile buying the backing cards outsourced. So yeah, from going from 210 GSM weight backing cards to 300, I think it's going to be absolutely perfect, so I'm really pleased about that. Yeah, it's just been a great day. So some of the bookmarks you probably just saw in some of the clips. I'm going to use some of the footage of me printing these and using the guillotine to do these. So it's just great because I can now use my designs on bookmarks, and bookmarks sell really well here in the shop because obviously we are an art supplies and bookshop here, and they do go okay on the website. They're not as popular on the website as they are in store, because in store is just super quick, they sell through, but on the website it's usually a sort of add-on product. So if they're buying a card or a print or a pin badge, then a bookmark in the same design sometimes is added in. So they are great sellers, but mostly in store. But yeah, the solid quality of these now that I can do 300 GSM is absolutely fantastic. And on the back I do like a sporadic design of my logo, the colour coordinated stars, and then the Artanddesignbykb part, just so that it's not blank on the back, and it's a bit of my branding goes into it as well. So yeah, that was really good news for me today. So yeah, just ending the vlog here with some really positive vibes, and I'm looking forward to getting a new vlog started tomorrow. It's still half term obviously, so it may be that the shop is so busy that I can't get much shop footage, but I will be sharing lots of the footage from all the things that I'm making and designing and things like that. And you will have seen earlier in the video where I showed you that I was creating a new aisle in the shop. That shop aisle is now built, it's up and running in the sense that it's there, but I haven't filled it with product yet, and that's something that you'll see me doing in the vlog that's the next vlog. So if you are enjoying my content and my videos, please do subscribe to the channel, it really helps, and leave me some comments. It's gone a bit quiet in the comments section recently, so I'm feeling a bit lonely, so if you could leave me a comment, that would be absolutely wonderful. And again, like the videos, that all helps with the algorithm too, and it just helps me to reach other people that are going to enjoy watching studio vlogs and who want to learn about what it's like running a business. So thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon in another vlog.